Hi there, how have you been? It's December 2020 and finally the counseling for NEET Superspecialty 2020 is done. The first round is done, the second round will start tomorrow. But well, I have selected Regional Institute of Medical Sciences Imphal for my plastic and reconstructive surgery training. My rank was 38 and I chose this option as my first choice, and I'm very happy to be here. It's my hometown. It's a great institute. The Department of Plastic Surgery is really good over here and I'm happy about it. But well, due to this delay in the counseling of the NEET Superspecialty exam, which actually is held somewhere in July or August, but then due to COVID, it was because of the delay of the exam. The counseling was supposed to take place in October, but then again, due to some reservation issues and some court cases taking place in some parts of the country, it was held in December, and now finally we have got a seat, and very soon we will join the department and start our training, MCH or DNB, whatever it is. For me, it's MCH, and due to this delay, I had the opportunity to appear for the AIIMS, PGI and JIPMER Superspecialty exams. When my result came out on the 25th of September 2020, I got a rank of 38 in plastic surgery, and well, I had to take a seat. But then I was a little bit disappointed. I was thinking, what if I appear for AIIMS or PGI and would get a rank in that, but then I would have joined the college by 15th of October. And how can I appear for an exam in November or December? Even if I make it to the exam center, how will I study for it, right? So, but due to this postponement of the counseling, I had all the time to prepare for the exams. I could go to appear for these exams, and now I'm going to tell you what my experience of the AIIMS, PGI and JIPMER exams were, how difficult they were to me. And NEET exam takes place somewhere in May or June, and then you join in NEET, where you might want to appear for AIIMS or PGI. So should you put time and energy into preparing for it, or should you risk your NEET Superspecialty seat and leave it and then appear for AIIMS and PGI and things like that? Maybe this review of mine will help you decide, because let's say this postponement didn't take place, I would have joined in October, but then I would always keep thinking, I want to appear for AIIMS, I want to appear for PGI. Well, that time I thought like, oh, I got a rank of 38, maybe I will get it easily. So you might think like that. So whether it's actually possible easily, or is it a difficult task? So that's what I'm going to talk about. Well, first of all, I'll talk about all the 4 exams. The NEET Superspecialty exam is a 1.5 hour exam. It's of 100 questions, 40 on the feeder subject, that is general surgery, and 60 questions on plastic surgery, that is the branch subject and the specialty subject that you're applying for. And in NEET Superspecialty, we can apply for 2 subjects, right? I applied for gastro and applied for plastic, and I got a good rank in plastic, and my main subject that I was intending to appear was plastic. I applied for gastro just like that, just for the experience. And well, in AIIMS, PGI and JIPMER, we can appear for only one specialty. So I chose plastic. I can't appear for any other specialty in that particular exam. If I want to appear for another specialty, I will have to appear next year or in the next session, 6 months later. Anyway, the AIIMS exam is all exams are 90-minute exams. NEET exam took place in the afternoon, whereas AIIMS, PGI and JIPMER, they all took place at 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and the reporting time at the center was 7. My AIIMS exam was available for me, the center was available for me in my hometown in Manipur. Because of the COVID, they put a lot of centers all over India, but then for PGI and JIPMER, they have less number of centers, so I chose to go to Delhi. And so AIIMS exam is 100 questions, PGI is 80 questions, JIPMER is 100 questions. So AIIMS exam is 100 questions of the specialty branch. So I had 100 questions of plastic surgery mainly. PGI was 40 questions general surgery, 40 questions of the specialty like plastic surgery for me. JIPMER on the other hand is like opposite of the NEET. JIPMER is 60 questions of the feeder subject like general surgery and 40 questions of the specialty branch like plastic surgery. So in AIIMS exam, I had one question on statistics and a couple of questions on physiology, which 2 or 3 were related to plastic surgery. I mean, those physiology topics could be applicable to plastic surgery, but I think 1 or 2 questions on physiology were not actually related to plastic surgery. And then the difficulty of the AIIMS exams, well, I think one would require to read a bit more in detail for AIIMS exam compared to the NEET Superspecialty exams, and would definitely require many more revisions because, you know, like for example, who gave the classification of hypoplastic thumb, or what is a type 3 hypoplastic thumb? This kind of questions were there in, I mean, not this exact question, but this sort of questions like, give an example of a type 1, which of the following is an example of a type 1 muscle according to this and that classification. These types of questions were there in NEET and JIPMER. So these were like simple direct questions. Obviously you'll have to read and know that to answer it correctly, but then if you read, you know, point wise, if you read from your friend's notes or from an MCQ book and just do a quick revision, like if you attend a coaching institute, if you see coaching videos that are available these days for, like, let's say plastic surgery, if you study notes and small concise books, you may be able to answer those questions. But then the questions in AIIMS, I think it's not possible if you study from some notes or some small books, because they will ask like, what is the treatment of a type 3 hypoplastic thumb? So that requires a bit more conceptual understanding of the subject and not just a point-wise memorization of notes. Okay, so AIIMS was a bit in-depth like that. PGI also was in-depth, not that in-depth. I would say I would say I was familiar with all the topics they asked, but obviously with 3 or 4 months of studying after my MS exams, I have not read so much in detail that I could answer the PGI exams. Maybe I've heard of those topics, but then they'll go so much in depth in those topics. It's like I would be confident in answering those questions only if I have presented a seminar on those topics in the past. In PGI, the way they ask the questions, it's like so confusing, and you'll need repeated revisions for PGI, 4 or 5 times revision of, you know, the books that are required for MCH preparation. So that was my experience. Well, when I say it was difficult or this was easy, AIIMS and PGI were difficult, JIPMER and NEET Superspecialty were easy, I don't mean that it's so easy, or I don't mean that it's so difficult, but it's a relative thing, right? What's difficult for me may be easy for someone, and what's easy for me may be difficult for someone. Well, I'm someone who had a rank of, when I joined PG, earlier during my internship, when I appeared for the PG exam, I was not qualified, but then after a couple of years, my rank was 5,913, and just after I studied quite a bit. I sort of became studious after my MBBS actually, and then during my PG preparation time, that's when I got into the habit of reading and studying. And during my MS, I studied relatively more than other people, I would say, but just after my MS, I was very much interested in plastic surgery. So maybe that's why when I did study plastic surgery, whether from YouTube, from coaching videos, or from small books and stuff like that, it was easy for me to grasp because of the understanding, because of my interest in the subject. And I could study it without sleeping also. I mean, like, I'm watching movies at 3 a.m. and then suddenly I feel like, oh, I want to read this topic, and I could read it till like 8 a.m. I mean, that's how interested I was. And so maybe it was easier for me to grasp the subject. And so I got a rank of 38 in NEET super specialty exam. With this rank, I am telling you that AIIMS and PGI are difficult and JIPMER was easy. Questions were easy. I didn't get a good rank in JIPMER because of because I didn't revise surgery at all, because there were personal problems and I could not prepare properly. I mean, I was not interested. Plus, I already had a good rank, so I was not studying seriously. Just giving the exam just because I had registered for it. So, but I'm talking about the level of questions, the kind of questions they ask in the exam. And so why this is important for you to know is because maybe in the next year, 2021, or if you're watching this in 2022, if you have got a rank in NEET super specialty exam and you're contemplating whether you should go for AIIMS and PGI and leave this seat, if you know this thing, whether, let's say you get a rank of 50, you might be arrogant and say, I won't take this seat, I'll study for PGI. But then it's not 100% sure that you will get that, right? Because it is a difficult exam, it's very competitive. And I have a friend who's from the medicine side who had a rank 14 in cardiology last AIIMS exam, and this time he had a rank 6. He had a NEET rank of 72 or something in cardiology, and he got a very good college, All India. 72 in NEET cardiology and 6th rank in AIIMS, while there are only 4 seats of cardiology in New Delhi. So he doesn't get New Delhi, and he doesn't want the other AIIMS. So it's a bit risky move to just aim for AIIMS and PGI. Those who study well and get lucky in the process, it's good for them. They will join AIIMS and PGI, but don't only aim for AIIMS and PGI by risking some other seat. That's what I thought I will do. 2 months back, I was thinking I will leave my NEET rank and go for AIIMS PGI. Even if I don't get, I'll appear next year and things like that. I think that was slightly a stupid decision I was going to make, but thankfully, because of this postponement of the counseling, I was able to experience it and realize that what I was thinking 2 months back was sort of silly, and I would not recommend it to anyone else. But I am happy that because of the postponement, I got to experience it myself, and now I'm satisfied with my NEET rank and I'm very happy with it. Okay, and that's my review of the AIIMS, PGI and JIPMER exams compared to the NEET super specialty exams, and hope you like this video. Not only like it in your mind, but press the like button, and if you have any queries, please leave it in the comments, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.